Greetings everyone, hope you're good. We're back again with another market outlook. I know it's been a while since I last posted any videos, but I have my own reasons why I've been quiet. Just been looking at the market behind the scenes and just pushing as much as I can. But then without further ado, let me just give you my market outlook for the week ahead. Please do understand that this is an outlook. The market can change, as well as we because we have to also adapt to the changes, as well as how the market reacts to certain things that might just be happening, be it news, fundamentals, or whatever that is happening. The market will possibly respect that or react to that, and that means that trades can be valid or trades can be or the outlook can be invalid. But yeah, let's start there. This is USDCHF. I'm just going to read the market structure from a daily time frame and also give you a breakdown from the daily time frame till the lower time frames. So from now, you can see that the market has been creating lows, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, to a point where now the market changed structure to start giving us a bit of a bullish type of trend. So we have that. We created our high, price pulled back, then pushed to the upside. Now a lot of people will be asking, aren't these pullbacks, these are happening? No, those are not pullbacks, but those are pullbacks, but not on a daily time frame. Those are pullbacks from 4 hour, as well as that could also be 1 hourly. So we do have a recent market structure shift, or a change of trend, whereby the market was bearish, it started becoming bullish, and then from there we also have a continued break of structure where the market continued to give us the bullish highs. So from here, this is our daily low, daily high low. Just gonna plot it, and then this is our daily higher high, just right there. This is our daily high low. Then now we know that this is our playground. We can't look at weekly because the market might take time to react to that. So I'm just going to start with daily. This is our playground that we have. This just right here, this whole range, it's our playground, which we have to work on even on lower time frames, right? From just this daily high low to the daily higher high. Now we're just going to drop down to the 4 hourly time frame with the structure again. Just try to understand where we are currently with the market. As I've also mentioned, that these our pullbacks are 4 hourly pullbacks, and as you can see, these are our 4 hour pullbacks. I'm just gonna make you aware that, as you can see, we had a break of structure. This was our higher high, this was higher low, up until the market decided to break here. Then this became our new low as the market closed fully on 4 hourly. So 4 hourly, 1 hourly, and daily, we expect a full break of structure, full candle close below that structure, in order for it to be a valid break of structure or change of character. Then this was our change of structure. We became bearish. Price pulled back, did not break above our 4 hour high, but then it pushed to the downside, dropped it. This is not a pullback. A pullback needs to be of a very big nature, the very same way as you can see we've been having these type of pullbacks. Had the market broke here and pulled back like this, this would have been our 4H lower high and making this our 4H lower low, but it didn't. So this is our 4H break of structure. I'm just gonna write 4H. It's not even it's a break of structure. And then from there you can see that the market then pulls back and then gives us another 4H break of structure just right here. Just gonna also label it and then the market pushes back again here. This is not a pullback, this is one move to the downside up until we got to this point where the market did not fully close below. So now what do we have? We have this as our 4H lower high. Just gonna plot it at the highest point, not high, low, 4H lower high, as well as our 4H lower low right here. Now you do see we have another 4H what range, which is something that we're looking into and trying to see how we can capitalize. Then I'm going to try and bring in my Fibonacci for pullback retracement, so you guys can see what is it that we're looking into or looking for. There is a 4H, there is a golden zone here, which is a 79 and 71, whereby the market could just literally do this and then continue to the downside. Since 4H and daily we are bearish, so but then now, because at this point in time we are currently ranging between this highs and these lows, we cannot get any signal or to say that we are selling at this point in time. So most probably we could be looking at this point right here, which I would then come in and delete it because I already have what I need from there. Then if you look from the left, you're gonna see that we do have a bit of some structure just right here. Right, I'm just gonna start it from there. You're gonna see we have a bit of some structure, but that on its own, the structure, if you now take it to the right, you can see we do have a level which was respected just here, right, where the market was going down, came back, went down, right? That's not a fall, just not a lower high, because it's not a proper pullback. Had the market tried to do something like this, then to me it would have been a pullback. Or had we really had a bit more candles pulling back like this to the downside, then that was gonna be a pullback. But then this now leaves some form of liquidity left behind, which then I believe, or I'll be looking for the market to push up, sweep this liquidity. We might have also a market sweep to that golden zone and start dropping. But for now, if we leave the 4 hour as it is, you can see that we are having no current indication if we're gonna continue to the downside or we're gonna pull back to the upside. We're gonna continue pulling back to the upside before continuing to the downside. Then now this leaves us with our 1H to see, can we look into buying at the moment? And you can see it's not really that clear, but we've had a bit of some buy and sell opportunities this past week, just right here, and also some sell opportunities. Now we've had a bit of a double bottom type of structure with some market pulling back. You can see there was a double bottom, some may call it a W formation. Now what is the market doing from here after giving us that double bottom? Can just plot your trend line just right here. You can see that the market was going up, which is, to me, a lot of people might just come in and say this is an impulse and then there's a type of correction, it might continue, but not in this situation. Right now we're looking at the market creating a bit of a channel and breaking out of that channel. But if we leave the trend lines out and just read the market as it is, you can see that we created a double bottom, which now means that market is failing to break to the downside. And from that double bottom itself, we reacted to it with also a bullish engulfing, which is also a candlestick formation confirmation. So now from the next week, what am I looking for? I'd be looking for the market to break to the upside. Can either sell as it breaks with a break structure, break type of strategy, or we just wait for the market to retest. We can retest, and we'd be looking for something similar to this and targeting that resistance. And if you want, you can also most likely just stretch it out to that other level, which is our golden Phoebe zone. But for now, I think the best one is to wait for it like this, and then see how the market would react. Maybe on a 15-minute, if you are a bit of a scalper, you would be looking for the market to break just above. Again, 15 minutes still giving us the very same thing as our 1H, to say let us wait for the market to break above that this minor resistance at the moment to continue to the upside. If we do break above this, I'd be looking for buy entries, and we will also update it on the Discord channel. So let's move to the next one, and I'll also just start from the daily time frame. You can see this is USDJPY, similar to our USDCHF. You can see that the market has been pushing to the upside for quite some time. We've been pushing upside from last year, pushing to a point where now the bears started coming in. We saw a break of structure. We saw this is a pullback. As you can see, this is a pullback coming in. We broke the structure and created our new daily low just right here. But this was our daily lower high. The market pushed above it, then pulled back, broke above the recent high, and then gave us this current market structure. Just gonna clean everything up and focus on this current market structure. We had a break of structure. We had the market giving us our recent low just right here, and that low failed to hold. Now we've had what? Our break of structure, which is the market continuing, no, not our break of structure, change of character, which is the market changing from bullish to bearish. So now we are looking at this being our 1H change of structure, which we can also call it a 1H market structure shift, one day, which is a daily market structure shift. From there, we do have this as our daily higher, our daily lower, our daily lower high, and our daily new low. What are we going to do with what we have, what we just plotted now? Daily, you can't do much. You just have to understand, unless you are a swing trader or a positional trader, then you would just wait for the market to start reacting somewhere here to continue bears. But for now, we're just going to drop down to 4H and try and read the market structure from a 4-hourly time frame, just to see what is it that we can pick up from a 4-hourly. Just going to move this to the left because there is something to read just right here, but we're also going to start to the top, from the top. You can see market was pushing to the upside. On a 4-hourly perspective, we did have our low, price created a high, broke structure, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and we continued creating our lows. Then this is where the trick starts to come in, where now you're going to see people getting a bit distracted. Just because there are a lot of wicks now. You can see the market didn't break here, which means this is not our lower low, but then the market broke structure just right here, right? You can see this is a pullback, this is a break of structure. This can be a pullback, but I'm not really comfortable with that. but we can take it as a pullback at the moment and say this is a market 4H break of structure. And then we can take this just right here, another 4H break of structure. From there, you can see that this is our 4H lower high and our 4H lower low, which is the daily lower low again. So as this is our 4H lower high, what are we looking for? We can continue to look for sells, mainly because again the market came back to an order block, and you can see that this is where we reacted. This now gets a bit too not even complex per se. Just because USDCHF is going up, we're expecting buys, does not mean we're going to expect buys on USDJPY, because there is a quote currency that is coming into play, which is JPY, and there's also market structure coming in and telling us that we might be seeing sells. And I'm saying that because when you drop down to 1H, you can see that the market has gave us structure just right here, which is a lower high, but price broke above, created a high low, a higher high, higher low, higher high. From there we just had our 1 hourly break of structure just right here, which is our 1H market structure shift. Because it was bullish, it turned bearish, and then from there we just have our fib, which comes into play, and the market acted to our fib. So this is a reaction to our fib. Most likely, if you did enter, would have entered here with the stop loss above our 1H high, targeting this recent low, which is here, giving you a 1:4.6 roughly. But for now, because now the market has reacted and is pulling back, 1 hourly we do not really have any confirmation to continue with the sells unless the market breaks just right here and continue to the downside. So what we have to do is we have to wait to see the market pushing to the downside, pulling back, and continuing to the downside. Again, if you are also a trend line trader, you can also see that the market here created a bit of an ascending channel, just right here, and broke that ascending channel with an impulse, and now is coming back to give us another impulse. But for now we're just gonna have to wait, and 15 minutes, I think the market is also not giving us any information because we still have our higher low, our higher high. So 15 minutes wise, I'd also like to see the market breaking below this level, which is also our 1 hour level that I've also just stated. So it's a bit of a waiting game, both on USDJPY and USDCHF. We just have to wait and see what is it the market that is going to show us. Moving to the next pair, GBPUSD. Starting from the daily, understanding what is the market telling us. You can see we've had our high, higher high, market broke structure, created a low, lower high, pushed to the downside, created a low. And at that point in time, we had this as our our daily lower high and our daily lower low, just right here. Just switch to this. That the market broke above. What is it leaving us with? I know a lot of people might say this is our recent low. It's not. What is the lowest point that started this whole move to the upside? This is the one. So this now is our daily low. This is our daily low. I'm calling it a low because it is the lowest point before the market pushed up. If we have this and this, then this would be our higher low, right? So then this is our daily high, a new high. Inverse to what we said with USDJPY. USDJPY was and USDCHF had a range going up. This one has a range going down. This is our range that we have to play with. So now what is it that we have to do? We do not have anything to do on a daily, as I also said before. We are not, unless you are, I do not have anything, or we do not have anything. And when I say we, I'm talking about me and my team, because we are not positional traders. We are day traders as well as we are swing traders as well as intraday traders. So from here, we just have to drop it down to 4 hourly and read the 4-hour structure just to understand what is 4H telling us. And it's always best to start from the left if you can't understand the right. We had price pushing down, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is our lowest low as our daily. Then the market came back to break our, let me just clean it up, break our recent high. It's not a pullback, it's not a pullback, but this is a pullback. As you can see that it pushed a bit deeper. So then we had our 4H break of structure. Then from there, we do not have anything on a 4H because this is also not a pullback, this is not a pullback, this is not a pullback. So 4H wise, this is our low, this is our high. Just have to wait and see. Because to me, this is not a 1H structure. This is not a 4H structure, but a 1H structure. From a 4 hourly perspective, we do have our 4H break of structure, and then have our 4H high low. Just right here. Since we do see that there is a 1H type of trend change, we're just gonna plot our fib just for where we could be expecting that retracement. We do have our fib, and you can also see that this is where we are seeing a golden zone. Just also going to remove it and just try to make it as clean as possible. This is our daily. I believe this was our daily. And this is our 4 hourly. The market may come back to the downside to push up. The market might also come back to the downside to sweep for liquidity left behind. You can see there's a lot of liquidity left behind, but that's also another concept. But for now, we just keep it as clean as possible and just reading the market structure as we can see it. From here, I'm going to drop down to 1H. We had 1H, and 1H is as clean as this chart looks. So we have our high here, price book structure. We had a pullback, price book structure. We had a break of structure, microstructure shift, I meant to say. Price change, as it went up, it gave us this, it changed bearish, gave us a recent high, changed to bullish, came back, closed above. As you can see, there is a candle closure, and then from there we change direction. Just gonna remove everything else and leave the current where the market is currently at. So this is our 1H. This is our 1H break of structure, and then we also have a pullback, and then we also have another 1H break of structure where the market just pushed to the downside. This is not a pullback, as you can also see, which now leaves us with this, the top, and this. What am I expecting to see with what we have? We have a liquidity left here. We now need to pull in our fib for continued sales, because we're expecting sales. You will often hear me saying we, because we work as a team. The market is already tapped here. As you can see, the market has already tapped this fair value gap, but I am expecting the market to somehow come back here, sweep, and then continue to the downside. If you are also, you can also see us with this. You can see that we do have the market breaking below the trend line, coming back in to this resistance, and also retesting that resistance just here. But we're just going to keep it clean and just apply patience to see what the market may want to do from here. But I think we can also most likely see the market coming back into doing this and continue to the downside. And that is our outlook on GBPUSD. I think the last one we have, if not, is we have second last with EURUSD. Okay, EURUSD, starting from daily, once again, same as GBPUSD. This one was a bit confusing, to say the least. You can see that the market had a low just right here, and the market closed here for our Baker structure. It should come back and say this is our 1 day market structure shift, as we were changing trend from bullish to bearish, and we did not have any proper pullbacks just right here, which now means that this is our daily high. And this is our daily low. Let me see this from a daily perspective. You can see how the market reacted to a daily fib level, right? we did react to that fib level and also taking out liquidity left just right here. So we are expecting continued sells, just like GBP USD, but I'm not gonna say they're gonna continue up until next year or whatever. We're just looking at what the market is showing us currently, and we also adapt based on how the market reacts. So we're going to drop down to 4 hourly and try and read the market structure from here. Just from this lowest point, I can see this was our low, this was our lower low, and then the market came back up to break, and then from there we had this low where the market also failed to break above. Then we have this structure, just the breaker structure right here. So for each breaker structure, and I'm not gonna, it's not a 4H market structure shift because this is a 4H market structure shift where the market turned from bearish to bullish. And then from there we can also see, similar to daily, to gold, not gold, GBPUSD, we are seeing a 1H of a day of 4H higher low on a 4H high up there. Honestly, so this is not that, because this can also be seen as a pullback. If you zoom in, you're gonna see compared to GBPUSD, we did have small moves, but this is a big pullback pushing to the upside. If we do find a candle closure above this, then you can see that this was our 4H. This is our 4H breaker structure, followed, I believe we do have a 4H market structure shift. What am I looking for? For hourly, there's not so much, unless we bring in our fib and try and see. Had the market closed just a bit below, a bit above like this, I would have expected to see the market pulling back to that fib to drop down. But for now, for hourly, I'd say we'd like to see more movement to the downside. If I leave that fib, I would say we would see the market coming back to dig in deep to that fib golden zone, but also sweeping that liquidity that was left up there, something similar to this, and dropping to the downside. If I was to be asked what am I targeting, I'd be targeting these fair value gaps. You can see these fair value gaps. Then let us try and see one hourly. You can also see that the market was similar to what we saw on 4H. We had our breakout structure, the market was at a low here, and the market broke up, created a market similar to 4H. So there is not really much to take from 1H because our 1H and 4H is quite similar. So I'd like to see how the market reacts, most probably Monday, Tuesday, since we also have some, I don't think we have some euro news. Yeah, we have an inflation rate on the 28th, but I think that would be something we'd wait to see. 28th is, that'll be later on the week, but then let us see how the market reacts on Monday, Tuesday, to from where it is to where it could get to, and then we'll also release another market update. Sorry. Now, leaving with the last pair we have, it's EURJPY. EURJPY has been ranging for quite some time on daily, which does not give us any story on a daily time frame, which is where I just up to the 4H structure just to try and understand what is the market doing. You can see you had lower highs, lower lows. Market created new highs, higher lows, higher highs, and then with book structure, let me just plot this. Yes, we did break structure. What is happening? We broke structure just right here. Let me just zoom in to see if we did have any candle close. Nope, we did not get a break of structure right there. But we do see a break of structure when that gap happened. Then price pulled back. We got another break of structure right here, which created our new lower low, and then the market had a market structure shift from there, then pulled back, created a new high. This is for recent 4-hour break of structure as it continues with the bulls. From there, we do have our 1H, our 4H high low, and our 4H high. If we set up our fib, you can see how the market reacted. Just gonna bring in my 1 and 0. You can see how the market reacted to that golden zone. Delete this and start it from right. You can see how the market reacted to our golden zone, which now would leave me into dropping down to 1H and look at the market. And this is how it reacted, but also gave us a double bottom, which could also be a reversal pattern. Because it's a reversal as the market was just pulling back, and now we could be seeing it continuing to the upside. I'm just gonna have this resistance right there and just try to see what is it that we can be looking forward to. Can be looking for the market to come back and push to the upside, but that can, another thing that can also happen is that the market might continue to the downside to break this 4H higher low and drop to the downside. But with this one, we just have to wait and see how the market reacts as the market opens, as well as we see more volatility into the market. We do have some news happening on Monday as well, I think, as Tuesday, and we'd like to see how the market reacts from those news and what is it that we get. But for now, this is what I'm anticipating from USDCHF to USDJPY to GBPUSD, EURUSD, USD, EURJPY, and that is all. Cheers.